Ever felt like you could use a breakthrough, a leap forward in energy, peace, calm? Maybe you need to better exploit your inner self, or as our next guest puts it, to release your inner goddess. All right, we're going to explore this a whole lot more with Debra Menke. She's an author, a speaker, leadership and lifestyle expert who helps women leaders do just that, release their inner goddess. Debra, good morning.
Good morning, Clyde. And you know what? If people are preferring bacon over you know what, this might be the segment to talk about.
You're going to help us straighten out our priorities, right?
Yeah.
So explain to us, if you would, what an inner goddess is, what that inner goddess energy is that you talk about.
You know, the inner goddess energy is really an embodiment of our divine feminine. And that feminine energy in our culture, we've sort of lost the art as women of connecting to our inner goddess, or that divine feminine, which is really who we inherently are. It's a softer, deeper, richer energy, but it's also powerful and magnetic and even sexy.
So I know we don't have the time to do this justice, but in a general sense, how do you encourage people to tap into their inner goddess?
Well, there's two really great ways. There's four that I talk about, but the first one would be at the end of your workday. You know, we spend our time giving so much of ourselves, whether it's at work or at home or with our children. And at the end of the day, if you can negotiate with your significant other or your family, your children, if you can negotiate 30 minutes of what I would like to call goddess time, where before you even engage in conversations about your day, that you're really connecting back into yourself. Go take a bath with Epsom salts, light a candle, play some music, and just really take that time to reconnect with yourself and get in touch with your five senses. That'll help, because when you emerge with your family, you're going to be better able to give and receive love from your family.
Yeah, so you're talking about meditation, for instance?
Well, that's the second most important thing. Well, actually, I think it's the first. In the morning, before the rest of your family wakes up, if you can take 30 minutes to an hour and get up before the rest of your family and create what I'd like to call your sacred space. Mine is right here behind me on the sofa. I get up, my blanket's there waiting for me. I go grab my coffee and I sit in silence. And what that does is it gets you into a receiving mode. Because like I said, we're in our masculine energy most of our life, most of our day. But meditation is an act of receiving. And so you sit and you receive and you quiet your mind and your sympathetic nervous system and really get yourself into that beautiful space of receiving that sets your day up really well.
You know, our society is pretty busy and it's very demanding of us and our time. Do you find it's difficult to get out of your head, to unplug, to eliminate what you call analysis paralysis? What do you recommend around those things?
Well, something that's very good for your mind, but also for your body, and that is get out and move. And I know that this sounds like a lot, but the meditation and the taking a little time for yourself at the end of the day is a beautiful thing. But adding some movement, I hate the word exercise because it makes us feel like we don't want to do it, but movement, just get out and move your body, get out in nature, notice birds and trees. If you can get by water, that's really soothing and it'll help you to reconnect. If you really want to activate that goddess energy, take a dance class, maybe belly dancing or something. That'll really help you to harness that energy. I just recently signed up for kickboxing, which sounds a little masculine, but I'm telling you, you want to get out of analysis paralysis, just go punch some things. It's really good.
I'll bet so. Very briefly, just a few seconds left, but I gather home space is important too.
It is. So make sure you get rid of any clutter, anything that you don't love or use or has really beautiful value to you. Just let it go. And so if you can create just a beautiful space in your home, especially your bedroom. As women, that's really important. Make sure you have clean, fresh linens on. And at the end of the night, you don't have to be a sexy goddess and put on lingerie. Put on something that's beautiful textures, that's softer and silkier, that feels, aren't you loving this, Clyde? But
I am.
we as women, we know we really need, this is important for us, and we really need to reconnect and to be able to receive. And men don't want us to be masculine when we come home, right? Men want us to be softer and more feminine, but it's hard to shift because we've been trained to be that way all day. So it's hard to shift. So it's important that we take the time to really do that. And your home is really important aspect of that.
Sure. Debra, we have your website on the graphic at the bottom of the screen. That, I assume, is the best way for people to connect with you, yes?
It absolutely is.
All right. Debra, thank you so much for stopping by today. We feel more relaxed already.
Good, Clyde. Thank you for having me.
Okay, Mona.